Hello and welcome to Inside Ophthalmology. Today we are studying an important topic in optics and refraction. So let us learn about simple transposition. Before we get started, what is meant by transposition? So when one lens prescription is changed to another lens prescription in such a way that the meaning of the lens prescription does not change, that means both the prescriptions have the same optical equivalent form, okay, or the same optical meaning. Just like the synonyms, this process of changing one form to another is called transposition. So, what are the types of transposition? We have a simple transposition, which is usually used at the level of dispatching the glasses to the patient. And we have a toric transposition, which is used at the production level of the glasses. So, before we go to transposition, we should have an idea regarding the nominal lens formula. The nominal lens formula says that the total power of the lens is equal to the power of the anterior surface plus the power of the posterior surface. That is dl, that is total power, is equal to d1 plus d2. So let us understand that with this example. In the first picture, you can see a biconvex lens. The anterior surface has a power of plus 1.5. The posterior surface has a power of plus 1.5. So total power here will be plus 3. The second picture is that of a planar convex lens. The anterior surface is plane, therefore the power is 0, and the posterior surface is convex and therefore the power is plus 3, and here the total power again will be plus 3. So this is an example of optically equivalent forms, okay? So although they have different powers on the anterior and posterior surface, but the net power that you get of both these spherical lenses will be actually equal. So this is what I mean by understanding simple transposition first with spheres before we jump into the cylinder. So here this applies to altering the form of the lens form of the spherical lenses. So the lens power is given by the algebraic sum of the surface powers, as I told you. In the first picture and the second picture are the examples of what I already mentioned. So you can see the first one is a biconvex lens and still the power is plus 3. And the second picture here is a planar convex lens, but total power is again coming as plus 3. That means you can have lenses in two different forms and both of them will give you plus 3. Now, are there any other optical equivalent forms to get the same power? Yes. So have a look at this lens over here. So this is actually a concave or convex lens. The anterior surface is concave and the power is minus 1.5, and the posterior surface is convex and the power is plus 4.5. So what will be the total power? Total power again will be plus 3 diopters. So this is also an optical equivalent form. Again, have a look at this concave convex lens. Here the anterior surface power is minus 6 and the posterior surface power is plus 9. So the total power that you get is again plus 3 diopter. So as you would have understood, these four equivalent forms, optical equivalent forms, can actually be written to get a total spherical power of plus 3 diopters. Now, what about when we transpose a spherocylindrical prescription? That means when we have a cylinder also in the prescription. In such cases, transposition will not be that easy. Okay, but the question is, why do we actually have to transpose at all? So, transposition basically sometimes is used when you want to change a cylinder form from one form of cylinder to another. For example, a patient might actually be getting a plus cylinder form in his prescription when you do the subjective refraction. However, it is usually seen that a minus cylinder form is more accepted compared to a plus cylinder form. Now, can you write the prescription of a patient from the plus cylinder form to a minus cylinder form and still give him the prescription with the same optical meaning? Yes, so that is possible using the transposition. Another example is when a person comes to you with his previous glasses and you know that the refraction that you have done is quite different. The prescription is quite different from his previous prescription. How do you know that the prescription is entirely different, or are you just looking at one optical equivalent prescription? Right? So, in those cases, also, when you want to compare the present refraction of the person with the previous prescription or previous refraction, we can use transposition. Now let us try to have a look at this optical cross. So in this optical cross, you can actually see that along the 90 degrees of the optical cross, the power is plus 2 diopters. And across the 180-degree meridian, the power is plus 3 diopters. Now let us try to write prescription in two forms, okay, for this power cross. Now in the first form, suppose we take the sphere to be plus 2 diopter. The first prescription that can be written as is plus 2 diopter spherical with plus 1 cylinder at 90 degrees. Now another way of writing the prescription for the same power cross is by choosing the sphere as plus 3 diopter. So now the prescription becomes plus 3 diopter spherical and the cylinder will be minus at 180 degrees. So as you can see, both the prescription represent the same power cross. However, we have written two prescriptions. So the process of converting one prescription form to another is called transposition. Now, is there a simpler way of doing it? Yes. So there are certain steps that you can follow and carry out simple transposition. So what are these steps? In simple transposition, the first thing that you do is you carry out an algebraic addition of the sphere and the cylinder, and that algebraic sum of the sphere and cylinder will give you the new power of the new sphere. Okay. Next, the next step is you will change the sign of the cylinder, however, retaining the numerical power of the cylinder. And the third step is you will rotate the axis of the cylinder through 90 degrees. So what does it mean? It means that if your cylindrical axis is less than 90 degrees, like 70 degrees, 75, 80 or 20, you're going to add 90 to that axis to get your new axis. However, if the axis is greater than 90 degrees, like 100, 110, 150, 170, 175, then you're going to subtract 90 degrees from that axis to get your new axis. Now let us do a few simple transpositions so that the steps become more clear to you. Let us transpose this prescription. So what was the step number 1? The step number 1 was that you have to carry out an algebraic addition of the sphere and the cylinder in order to get your new sphere form, right? So what will be the algebraic sum of the sphere and the cylinder in this case? The sphere is plus 4 and the cylinder is plus 1.50. So the algebraic sum that you get here is 5.50. Now, what was the step 2? The step 2 was that you have to change the sign of the cylinder. So from plus it will become minus, and at the same time you have to retain the numerical values. So the new cylinder here will be minus 1.50. Now step 3 is regarding the axis. So what will be the axis here? The axis here is 90. Now if you remember from the previous slide that whenever the axis is 90 or less than 90, you have to add 90 to that. So 90 plus 90 will be 180 degrees, right? So what will be your new prescription or new transpose prescription? The new sphere will be plus 5.5. The new cylinder will be minus 1.5 and the new axis will be 180 degrees. So I hope that is clear. Let us take one more example. Now here again applying the step number 1 to get the new sphere, algebraic sum of the sphere and the cylinder. So here the cylinder is minus. So minus 2 minus 1 becomes minus 3 diopters. So this is your new sphere, right? Step 2 is you have to change the the sign of the cylinder. So the cylinder here will become 1 plus 1 cylinder. Okay, so we are retaining the numerical value. And step 3 is changing the axis through 90. So when the axis is more than 90, you have to subtract 90. So the new axis will be 170 minus 90 degrees, that comes to 80 degrees, right? So what will be your new transpose prescription? The new sphere will be minus 3 diopter spherical, the new cylinder is plus 1 and the axis is 80 degrees. Now let us take one more example. So according to the step 1, which is the algebraic sum of the sphere and the cylinder, what are you going to get? Minus 1.50 plus 2.50. The algebraic sum is plus 1 diopter spherical. So this will be your new sphere. In step 2, we change the sign of the cylinder. So the cylinder here becomes minus and retain the numerical value. So the cylinder becomes minus 2.50 cylinder. In step 3, we decide the axis. So the axis here was initially 20, which is less than 90. So we are going to add 90 to 20. So the axis will be 110 degrees. So now what will be your final prescription? The final transpose prescription will be plus 1 diopter spherical, minus 2.50 cylinder, and the axis is 110 degrees. Now, I would like all of you to try this prescription and try to write the answer in the comment section. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy. Thank you and have a nice day.